Hi, my name is Rahul. Today we are going to take a detailed look of Redmi Note 7. So let's do the review right now. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the display itself. Display is pretty good for the price, I had to say. It has a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus display with 19.5:9 ratio. It has 450 nits of brightness. It has Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and the notch here is a dot notch display as Xiaomi or Redmi calls it. Beetles are pretty thin, but the bottom bezel is pretty decently big considering the Honor 10 Lite or Honor Lite X at this similar price point. So display is pretty crisp and everything. I think for the price today I cannot complain anything about the display. So in indoor it's pretty good. Let's see outside how good it is. So in terms of comparison, inside or indoors, I prefer Honor 10 Lite display than this one. So let's take it outside and see how good or how well the 450 nits brightness help this display. So there is fair bit of reflection, but I can say that you can clearly use the display outside. The auto brightness sensor is working really well. Let me put it clearly outside. See, now there is no cover or any coverage or anything. So outside also you can use this display pretty well. So display is pretty good for the price. So now let's talk about the design. It's a glass sandwich design and it looks pretty good, I have to say. And this black color is pretty classy and it's a piano black color. I mean, it's pretty classy device. And you can see that it has a dual camera on the back. There is a fingerprint sensor. Then Redmi by Xiaomi logo. As you can know that Redmi is now a separate company or coming under Xiaomi. So let's see, and let's see how whatever extra features it has. It has a 3.5 headphone jack. I have blaster for controlling using as a remote control. There's a SIM card slot, and the bottom you can see that here is a USB Type C port for a 10K phone. I mean that's amazing from Xiaomi. I mean that's a great thing Xiaomi did there. So it feels pretty good in the hand, but it's slippery. You have to definitely use a cover if you don't want to break this device. So let's see other miscellaneous features in this device. First of all, the face unlock. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of face. I don't use face unlock any of my devices that I carry around. So I just checked it. It works decently well. It is not pretty very safe. I mean, you have to use fingerprint sensor for good protection. I use fingerprint sensor on my phone, so it works very well. I mean, it's really good. You can see that it unlocks pretty fast. And obviously it has L1 certification, so you can say that it can play full HD plus videos or HD videos. Then it has hybrid SIM slot, which is the only disadvantage it has. Then let's talk about the performance here. I mean, in terms of performance, it's really good. You can see the Android to benchmark and benchmarking aside. You mean it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 at 10K price point. It is unlike the other devices under 15K, which has a underclocked variant of Snapdragon 660. This device has a full-blown 660, so you can expect great performance from this device. I have played PUBG and different asphalt games and everything. It has performed really well. Yeah, it does kind of heat up, but I mean it's glass, so it will just try to put the heat outside, so it's pretty well. I'm going to put a sample of any of the games I played, and you can see the sample. Also can judge the external speaker sound quality of this device. I mean it's average sound quality from loudspeaker. It's a single loudspeaker. I will be putting the sample also, you can see that. So let's talk about software here. We have the MUI 10. I mean, I really love Xiaomi's MIUI 10 software until they tried to put ads on it. I mean, it's Android 9 and everything. They provide decent updates every now and then and everything. But the problem is ads. I mean, yeah, people can say that you spend at least 10 minutes, you can remove the ads and everything. But why should you do that? I mean, it's a phone that you have paid. I mean, so I don't think there should be ad out of the box. It's a very smooth and everything. It definitely have lot some bloatware that has to be removed. It works pretty well except for the camera. Sometimes if you use camera for a while, the viewfinder gets laggy. That's the only issue I found, but otherwise it's a great OS, but with a lot of ads, unfortunately. So now let's come to the thing that I really love on this phone, the battery. The 4000 mAh battery works really well. I mean, it comes for almost 7 hours 30 minutes, 8 hours of screen on time. I always get, I have gotten much more than that, but even when I game I get 7 hours plus 7 hours 30 minutes of screen on time, and that is great. And also the charging, it support QC4, but inside the box you will be getting only the normal charger. Let's see what it shows. It's a normal charger. It will be showing the charging speed as just charging. So I have a QC3 charger. QC4 charger is not available anywhere, so I couldn't purchase it. Let's see how the QC 3.0 charger works. Let's see. See, when I connect the QC 3.0, it's showing charging fast. So if you can buy a QC 3.0 charger, battery will be charging very fast, pretty faster than the normal charger. So let's talk about the camera here. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed with the camera. I mean, in terms of specs, let's talk about it. There is a 12 MP f2.2 primary sensor, then there is a 2 MP depth sensor as the dual layer camera, then there's a front 13 MP f2.0. Why I'm disappointed there? At the same price point in China, Xiaomi's Redmi Note 7 has Samsung's 48 megapixel sensor. I mean, I know that it is a fake 48 megapixel sensor, but I believe it has a bigger sensor size, and I think it will be providing better results than this one. It is so talk about the camera UI. It's a typical MIUI camera. It has AA mode. The only difference it has is it has a full-blown Pro mode. When considering other Xiaomi's Note series devices, also it does not support 4K somewhere. That's disappointing. And 1080p EAS. So in terms of images, it kind of surprised me when I read the specs. I didn't expect this. The daylight images are pretty good. It has good details. If you turn on the A mode, the HDR also works really well. See, it's well lit. It's pretty good. Dynamic range is average or above average. You can say that in daylight. The focusing speed is pretty good. The macro shots has come out pretty well. So the daylight image quality is really good for the price. You can see the images is a pretty example. You can see that it has been shooting really well. In terms of selfies is kind of disappointing, I have to say. It lacks details that I wanted, and the highlights are getting blown out every now and then, so that's also disappointing. But it can take good selfies. In low light, selfies are bad. I mean, there is lot of noise in the selfies, so it's not good. Just don't use it in low light. And coming to the rear camera low light samples, it's decent. I mean, for the price it's pretty decent, but it is not that great. There is, you cannot zoom in these photos because it is pretty terrible if you zoom in. But this has camera to API support, so you can put the Google Pixel 3 camera port and can get better results. I will try to post a video how it compares to see how good the Google camera can get this phone camera. And the portrait mode is really good. The rear camera portrait is really good. Xiaomi's, I really love it. The front camera portrait is pretty good also, not really great. But the portrait mode is a complete waste in low light. I mean, it's really trash. I mean, you cannot use it at all. And coming to the video quality, it's pretty good. This is the rear camera sample of Redmi Note 7. You can see that it is a pretty good electronic image stabilization, and the dynamic range is pretty good, and it has also good details. Unfortunately, it does not record 4K even though the chip supports it. See, you can see the how good it is and focusing.
This is the front camera sample of Redmi Note 7.
Front camera does not have image stabilization like any other cameras, but it's pretty good. It has decent details, but the highlights is blown out. Common issue, I mean.
This is the 1080p sample of Redmi Note 7 at night.
Low light video is pretty trash. I mean, front camera or rear camera is pretty bad. There is much more light than you are seeing in this video.
This is the sample of Redmi Note 7 front camera at night.
My advice is just don't use this video. Don't shoot video in low light. So to conclude the review of Redmi Note 7, it's a confusing device. I would not say that it's a not a confusing device to review because at 10,000 it's a great choice, but because of the 32 GB storage along with the hybrid slot, it becomes some sort of wastage. You need at least 64 GB in this device because it's pretty powerful for playing games and everything. And if you consider 64 GB variant, then with slight price difference, there is other devices available which offers better specs to value ratio. So if you are considering a 10,000 rupees phone, you should first consider Redmi Note 7. If you want to use dual SIM and also need the micro SD card support, you could use some kind of adapter which is available in the market for 100 to 300 rupees. But for 10,000 rupees, it's really great phone. There is no other phone that can match this device. For me, only negative thing I see is that they should have released the same variant they have released in Chinese or as the Chinese variant. See, it had a Samsung 14 megapixel sensor. They should have put that sensor in this phone so that it would have been a better value to better proportion than other devices. Still, even with the 14 megapixel sensor, it is still an amazing device. Thank you for watching the review. See you on the